Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for today's Monday Mystery Reveal, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So if you're new to the channel, basically what I do is if I acquire a new figure, whether it's from trading, swapping, or simply just buying one for myself, rather than just, I suppose, doing a review on it straight away, I like to do a bit of a guessing game, just a bit of fun. And yeah, exactly that, give you clues as to what it is. So this figure I obviously purchased at the brilliant in-demand event over the weekend. I've still got loads of footage to get up from there because it was just, again, such a crazy day. So I'm going to give you some clues to the character, as to what it is, etc. If you do guess it, of course, please don't put the name in the comments. You can put the time that you guessed it, put the time, or put the wrong guesses. That's absolutely fine. This one, I've got to confess again, is, I don't know if it's difficult or not. I suppose the actual version of this will be quite difficult, but the character I think you will get straight away. Or not straight away, but... So, what I have here, it is, funnily enough, and I don't normally collect pre-Transformers, so there's a clue straight away. So it is a pre-Transformer, or it might have been, because my knowledge of how many different variants of this which were floating around in the very early 80s, it's not, as I say, my forte, I suppose, is Transformers. Knockoffs, KOs, pre-Transformers, Diaclone, etc. I know bits about, but I can definitely tell you that this is a pre-Transformer. Yeah, I'd say it definitely is one of the main characters. It's a he, obviously. He was in the cartoons. He had a big part in the cartoons. It's one of the figures. It's a character that I absolutely love. And I'm thinking around it, I'm looking around my room, and he's had so many different versions. He's been in the live action movies. He had an amazing figure in the live action movies, to be fair. He just keeps getting reissued, but he's not like as big as the main two, shall we say. He's not as big as the main two. His most recent version, I'm looking at him right now, was in fact, there was two versions of him last year that came out of this particular character. The particular version that I've got in the box, which again is crazy, and I've got the actual G1 boxed figure behind it, it's nuts because he fits into there and there's space either side of this box. So it is a boxed version of this figure. The character, let me give you some more. So character for moviegoers or for movie lovers, Bayverse people, he was in Dark of the Moon. For people like myself who like G1, he was in the Sunbow cartoons. He was in quite a lot of them. He had a very brief appearance in the movie. This is going to be a big clue as well. He's had Fall of Cybertron versions of himself. As in the first ones, there was a Siege version of himself, there was a Nemesis Bridge version of himself, and more recent, I think the most recent one of him was his comic book edition. That could have been the same time as the Nemesis Bridge, to be fair. So, as well as multiple versions in Combiner Wars, and again, all through as many of the timelines as I can think of, to be honest. It's a character that I absolutely love. I don't even really know why. He was incredibly hard to get in the UK. In fact, he wasn't even released in the UK, unless you could get an MB version of him, which was the boxed. And yes, I'm trying to carry on. Now, the version that I've got, and it's not, as I say, the official Transformers one. This is in fact, they've even done a version of this. They've done a Generation Selects version of this colour, which is in my hands. So that might give you a clue as well. The Generation Selects version was around the time of the Siege toy line. I do own the Generation 1 original. I'm lucky enough to have a Japanese boxed one and the Error box one. So that's probably going to give you a huge clue as well. But the crazy thing is, and I think you probably guessed, and well done for guessing, is that this is how he was packaged in Transformers. In Generation 1, this is how he was packaged, in a ginormous box. Whereas this particular version of him, and it is boxed, it's not him loose, he was packaged like that. And there it is. This is Astro Magnum or Shack. I think there was another version which did Shockwave, Radio Shockwave, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I just love the character Shockwave. I don't normally collect, as I say, the Diaclone, the pre-Transformers, the KOs, whatever, but I just had to have him. It's beautiful, it's complete. I don't know if it works, but it's just, yeah, one of my favourite sort of toy stroke characters. Main reason because we couldn't get one as a kid. So there you go. Yes, and I'm going to do a video on him, even though again he's not Transformers, but that just baffles me that he's in a box that big compared to the G1. There you go, guys. Thank you for playing along anyway. Thanks for watching. Take care.